The day of the accident, my stepson and I were working, and we were working the dry cleaning business my family owned at the time. And throughout the course of the day, I'd become more and more tired, and I'd asked him to drive at the end of the day. And we were driving on to our last stop, actually, and came across an 18-wheeler that was stuck in the middle, or stopped in the middle of the road. And we didn't see it until it was too late.
Traffic accidents, diabetes, global warfare, just a few of the tragedies that can leave someone without a leg. For Sean McKieran, he was perfectly healthy one minute, and in the blink of an eye, his life was forever changed when his car, traveling 65 miles per hour, hit an 18-wheeler, trapping him inside. To save him, paramedics had to cut him out of the car and helicopter him to the hospital. 5 days later, Sean came out of a coma only to find he had lost his right leg and could lose the left one as well.
I was pretty depressed. I mean, there were some dark moments where not even being able to take care of myself, feed myself, get something to drink for myself, became pretty despondent at times because of that. Watching my kids grow up, do the activities that I would assume most dads want to do with their kids. Play baseball, coach baseball with them, basketball, things like that, and watching them do that and me not be able to take part was pretty bad moments.
For many above-the-knee and below-the-knee amputees, the difference between walking again and being wheelchair-bound depends on finding a prosthetic leg that can fit properly on the residual limb. Like many amputees, Sean had been fitted for more than one traditional pin system prosthesis with little or no success. His repeated failure to find a leg he could wear for more than 3 to 4 hours was taking an enormous toll on the quality of his life.
I had some hip and pelvis damage in the accident as well, and getting fitted for a prosthesis was difficult at best. No fault to the prosthetist, it was just a tough fit, and doing the old standard ischial containment socket just wouldn't work on me. I couldn't bear weight on it. I'd wear it for an hour, 2 hours, and the pain was to a point where it would have to come off.
This is a traditional ischial containment socket, and this portion of the socket is the ischial containment portion, and this is actually, by design, the patient is sitting on this portion of the socket. This is located very high in the perineum and is quite uncomfortable. And although this is the traditional design, it is less effective at comfort and stability.
For many amputees, finding the right prosthetic is a frustrating process. But recently, a new alternative has emerged that is putting many frustrated amputees back on their feet again.
What is the main suspension?
It's an innovative liner and socket system developed by Symmetry Prosthetics. It can be used on patients with above and below knee amputations. This liner socket system can greatly improve their quality of life, especially for those who have tried traditional prosthetics. Instead of pins and bulky suspension sleeves or belts, the Symmetry system uses a patented elevated vacuum system to hold the prosthetic in place. There is a constant suction and comfortable pressure by means of the vacuum seal, which allows the trim lines of the socket to be lowered dramatically. This allows the user to walk and even run with confidence and without a bulky suspension sleeve. A University of South Florida research study was designed to compare a traditional prosthetic leg where the brim is positioned high into the perineum versus the brimless Symmetry prosthetic socket. The two types of limb were compared in 4 categories: biomechanics, stability and mobility, patient satisfaction, and gait. The Symmetry design was equivalent to the traditional prosthetic leg in all areas of biomechanics, stability and mobility, and gait, and it proved clearly superior in subjective measures like comfort and satisfaction.
What we found was that skin pressure had decreased slightly on the Symmetry system, but most importantly, we found that the subjects found the Symmetry system to be much more comfortable and preferred it.
I was able to wear a leg and it not hurt, and take it off at the end of the day and not even, I mean, there were times in the past where I'd bleed when I took a leg off. And with Symmetry, there was nothing. There was no problems.
Amputees may never get their legs back, but finding a prosthetic leg that works for them can give them their life back. For Sean, his new mobility allows him to walk, keep up with the wife and kids, and even play basketball again.
Finding the right prosthetic meant getting my life back. I mean, it was going from nothingness, pretty much, to everything. I mean, I have not faced any limitations.
This design gives them a more comfortable option that is less intrusive into sensitive areas. Then it could be the difference between wearing a prosthesis and being able to walk again, or pick up your child, or work, or whatever it may mean, and not doing that. Because if a prosthesis is not comfortable, you're not going to wear it or use it.
Being able to walk again can be an exhilarating feeling and improve the outlook for the future. This female amputee has found a new world of freedom with her new prosthesis.
My Symmetry prosthetic leg has really improved my quality of life because it's allowed me to do a lot more high-level activities. I've always been active, but now I can do things I didn't do before, like tennis or running. Just the way it's so secure, nothing I do makes me think, oh, my leg's gonna fall off.
This motorcycle safety instructor is now able to maintain his job.
Before the Symmetry system, there was just certain things that I could not do in my line of work, which I am a Motorcycle Safety Foundation safety instructor. There were certain movements and certain exercises I could not do. With the Symmetry system, I can do everything that I could do before the accident, and on top of that, I'm also able to go back and ride a sport bike now, so I can teach the military sport bike riders course.
Our goal here at Symmetry Prosthetics is to get this system that we know is superior to any on the market in as many places in this world as we can. We're working toward getting it introduced into the VA system. We're expanding over into Europe and even Turkey. We're excited about the possibilities, and the sky's the limit.
I have no limits anymore. Limits are in the past. All I have now is just the ability to reach every goal I had ever set for myself, and every goal my kids and my wife want to see me reach.
Right now, war, diabetes, and traffic accidents result in too many lost limbs. Fortunately, the innovators at Symmetry Prosthetics are pioneering improved, research-proven designs for amputees to help them get up on 2 feet again and get their lives back. For more information about Symmetry Prosthetics, log on to symmetryprosthetics.com.